Yeah, hello dear students. Today we'll discuss about structures, which is the topic of the fourth unit. So we have already learned about arrays. So now we'll look at the structures. So first let me define what is meant by an array and then what is an structure. An array is a collection of similar data types, whereas a structure is a collection of different data types. So the difference between array and structures is array is a collection of similar data types, and what about structures? It's a collection of different data types. So it is defined in such a way that a structure is a collection of one or more variables of different data types grouped together under a single name is known as a structure. So by using structures, variables, arrays, pointers, etc. can be grouped together. Structures can be declared using two methods. First method is tagged structures and second one is type defined structures. So first we learn what is meant by a tagged structure. The structure definition which is associated with a structure name is referred as tagged structures. It doesn't create an instance of a structure and does not allocate any memory. The syntax of the structure struct tag. Tag name here is nothing but structure name. Type means data type followed by variable 1, variable 2 and so on. We can declare n number of variables and a structure ends with an declaration. So here we have just defined a structure but still no instance of this structure is created and no memory is allocated to this structures. And here it is explanation about the stacked structure. So the struct is the keyword that tells the compiler that we are using a structure has been defined, and tag name is the name of the structure, and variable 1, variable 2 are called members of the structures. The members are declared within curly braces and the closing brace must end definitely with a semicolon. Example, struct tag name, here nothing but the student name. So now we have created a structure student and these are the members of the student structure: hall ticket number, name, marks. So just observe here we are grouping different data types under a single name called as structure student. So hall ticket is an int type, name is an character type, marks are a float type. So we can group different data types under a single name. That is possible only with the structures in C language. So we'll also see an example, students, don't worry. So the second type is type defined structures. So the structure definition associated with the keyword type def is called as a type defined structure. This is the most powerful way of defining the structure. The syntax of type defined structure is type def struct followed by variable 1, variable 2, variable n, and see before ending here semicolon we are giving the type. So in case of type def, definitely we have to write the type name. It is not a structure variable, just it's a type name. Still no memory is allocated and no instance is created for this structure too. Here type def is a keyword added to the meaning of the added at the beginning of the definition, and struct is also a keyword, and variables are the fields are also called as members of the structure. Similarly, closing brace must end with a type definition name, which in return ends with semicolon. So type def struct followed by these are the members, and here student is the student is a type name. Student is a type name. And variable declaration. So memory is not reserved for the structure definition since no variables are associated with the structure definition. The members of the structure do not occupy any memory until they are associated with the structure variables. After defining the structure, variables can be defined as follows. For tagged structure method, struct tag v1, v2, 3 up to vn. For type defined structures, which is most powerful, it is type followed by the variables. So what is the other way? There are different ways how can we also define a structure. Struct followed by structure name, type variable 1, variable 2. Actually in the previous syntax we have ended this with semicolon, but here we can also declare at the time of defining the structure itself we can also declare the structure variables. This is another way. For example, a structure book is created here and b1, b2, b3 are called as structure variables of book type. So this is another way how do we create a structure. And next part is all about initializing structures. The rule for structure initialization are similar to the rules of array initialization. The initializers are closed in braces and separated by commas. They must match their corresponding types in the structure definition. The syntax is shown below. Struct tag name variable equal to value 1 to value n. Structure initialization can be done in any one of the following: initializing along with the structure definition and also initializing during structure declaration. So first we'll see about initializing along with the structure definition. So here we have just declared, we have at the time of defining structure student, at the same time we have declared the structure variables and also assigned, initialized the values. So Ravi is the name and the rule number 10 is the rule number and average value 67.8. So in this way also we can initialize along with structure definition is also possible. Initialization during structure declaration is also possible using type def. So these are the different types. Now I want to explain with a program. So struct student is a structure and stud is a variable name. It's a structured variable name, and rule number, age, name are the members of the structure student. So now enter student info, just reading student rule number, age, name. Okay, so how to access now this rule number is a structure member. So how to access this? In order to access these members, followed with the structure variable and dot rule number. So what is structure variable? Stud. So stud is the rule number, dot rule number is the structure member. Next stud is the structure variable followed by dot age. So in this way we are going to access the structure members. So here what is meant by dot? Dot is a special operator used to access the structure members. So it is a scanf statement. In scanf statement we have to use an ampersand for both integer and a float, but not for reading the string. And finally we are going to display student dot rule number, then student dot age, student dot name. So we are going to read the rule number, name, age. For example, if rule number is 1 and name is John and age is some 16 or 18, so that output we are going to get. That's it. It's all about the first video about structures.